Good morning, all of you. So, in today's lecture, we will see Unit 2, that is functions and relations. Okay. So, this is again very important chapter, functions and relations. So, here we are going to deal with the that is in the first chapter, the basic theory, what we have set theory we have seen. So, that sets we are going to see the relations and what will be the relation between those sets and what will be the what type of functions or what type of relations you can apply between the uh, elements of the set. Okay. So we will first start with function. So what is a function? So see, the basic definition of function means what? Okay. The basic definition is nothing but what is a function? Now suppose say that let x and y be two sets. Got it? Suppose first there are two sets x and y. Okay. Then we have to show the relation, this how the relation exists between this x and y. That means how the elements of x and y are related to each other. That is the relation of x and y. So that is given by function f. So we are writing like this, function f x to y. So there is a function exists between x, relation x to y. So we say there is an f. So f of x to y, function f from x to y, such that such that such that for unique x element there is unique y element. Got it? So there is a function which exists between the relation x to y, such that how the elements of x and y should be related. So there is a condition that the unique x element, there should be unique y element. Means for every x element there should be y, unique y element. Is that clear? So see, suppose this is a set x, this is set y. Okay, here is some x element, here is some small y element. Okay, small x element. So there exists a relation, that is a function f is shown like this. Is that clear? So this shows two sets are there and their elements are related by using the function. So how that function should exist? It shows the relation that for unique, there should be unique x connected to unique y. If there is another x, say suppose x1 is there, then that will be connected to y1. Is that clear? So unique relation should be there between the elements of x and y. Right? See now, for example, if I want to say, suppose this is the x elements are here, 1, 2, 3, and y elements are here, A, B, C. Okay, so these are x elements and these are y elements. Okay, now if I'm showing like this, so this satisfies the definition. Unique x element, this is a unique x element 1 which is mapped to unique y element. Or I can also show like this. This is also fine because here unique element is connected to unique y. So this is a function. We say that this is a function. Then which is not a function? Which example is not a function? Suppose if I am showing like this. Okay, so this is not a function. Why it is not a function? As you can see here, two elements of x are connected to one element of y. Got it? What we said according to definition that unique x element should be connected to unique y element. But here you can see that both 1 and 2 which belong to x. So both 1 and 2 are mapped with A only. Only same element of y, both are mapped. So that is why this is not a function. So I think it is now clear what is a function. Unique x element should be mapped with unique y element. Is that clear all of you? Okay. Right. So this is the definition of function. Now we will see the types of functions. Now in types of functions, we have three types of functions. So we will see one by one. So the first one is surjective. First is surjective function. Then you have injective function. Okay. Then you have bijective. So surjective, injective, and bijective. So these are the three types of functions. So we will see what are these functions one by one. Okay. So we will see first what is surjective. So what is the definition of surjective? So a mapping f from x to y is called onto. Okay. What it is called? Onto. So surjective function is also called as onto function. Okay. So what is this onto function we will see now. So if there is a mapping of function f from x to y, okay, it is called as onto if, okay, if range of f is equal to y. This condition is important for onto. What is this condition? Range of f. We say that range of f is equal to y. So what is the meaning of this? Range of f is equal to y means all the y elements should be mapped with x. Understood? Each and every element of y should be mapped with x elements. Is that clear? Means what? No. Otherwise, if this is not the case, okay, if you are not fulfilling this condition, otherwise it is called into. Okay. Otherwise it is called into function. So onto and into. So onto's opposite is into. What onto function tells is nothing but you should have this range of y. Okay, range of function should be equal to y, that is onto. And if it is not equal to y, then it becomes into. So what is the example of this? Now suppose see that these are the x elements 1, 2, 3, and we have the y elements a, b, and c. So how their relation should be there? So what onto function is telling that it should be range of y. Means what? All the elements of y should be mapped with x. So it can be like this. This is okay. So you can see that all the elements of y are mapped with elements of x. So this is okay. Otherwise, if I'm writing like this, is this okay? Yes. Here also, each and every element of y is mapped with x element. Then, which is not an onto example? Which type of function is not an onto? So if you observe here, okay, so see, suppose if I'm writing like this. So this example is not onto example. Why? Because you can see that this particular B element of Y is not mapped with any of the element of X. So B, you can see it is not mapped with any element of X. So we are leaving B, which is the element of Y. So that is why we are not fulfilling this condition. Range of Y should be equal to Y. Range of F is equal to Y. That means all the elements of Y should be mapped with X. But in this example, we are not doing that. So this is called as into, you can see. This is called as into. And these are onto functions. These are onto. Okay. So these two are onto. This is into. That means this is not a surjective function. These two are surjective functions. Is it clear, all of you now? Understood what is surjective? Okay. So any function which gives you a mapping of range of y, then that becomes surjective or onto function. Surjective or is called as onto, right? Then now we will see the next second type of function. Injective, which is called as injective function. Again, mapping f from x to y is called one to one. Now this is called as one to one. So injective function is also called as one to one function. Remember, okay? So when it is called as one to one function, if distinct element of x is mapped with distinct element of y. See, that is one to one relation should be there. Means distinct element of x is mapped with distinct element of y. Then we say that it is one to one relation or it is an injective relation. So example, see the example now. Suppose this is the x 1, 2, 3, and here you are having y, a, b, c. So this is nothing but one to one. Okay, this is one to one because each and every unique element of x is connected to unique y. The second one, if you see, okay, this is also one to one or injective because unique x is connected to unique y, means one is connected to c, two with b, and three with a. Means unique with unique. So these are injective. Then which is not one to one function is, suppose C, okay. Suppose in this example you can say that here one is connected means one element, okay, this one is the element of x. So this is connected to two y, two elements of y. And here also both these elements are connected to one. Okay, that means this is not uniquely connected. Means here you cannot say that only one, means this one is only connected to one element of y. Is it the case? No. One is connected to A also, B also. So this is not an injective. So this example is wrong. So this cannot be injective function. This is not an injective function. Okay. So these two are the injective function. That is one to one relation. This is also showing one to one relation. This is not showing one to one relation. Is that clear, all of you? So this is called as injective or one to one function. Is that clear? Okay. So now we'll go for the third type of function, that is bijective. Okay. So in bijective, so mapping of x from x to y is called one to one and onto. So it is one to one and onto. That means bijective is combination of both surjective and injective, and that is why a function which is both one to one and onto, then it is called as bijective. Okay, if any function is giving you one to one also and onto relation also, then that becomes bijective. Got it? It is called as one to one and onto is bijective. So what is an example of such thing then? See this type of relation. Or I can write like this. So these are the examples of bijective. This is giving you one-to-one also and onto also. One-to-one how? So you can see that each and every element of X is connected to, means unique X is connected with unique Y only in both the example if you observe. And also onto Y it is onto. You can see that each and every element of Y is connected to or it is mapped with X. Understood? And that is why this example is bijective. Is it clear now? So I hope you have understood all the three types of functions: surjective, injective, and bijective. Is that clear, all of you? Okay, fine. Now next we are going to have composition of functions. Now what is composition of function? Composition is nothing but combining the two functions. Okay, combining the two functions, you can say combining the two functions. Now how you are going to combine these two functions, or what is the purpose of combining two functions? That is, if two functions are brought together, then the output of one function is given as input to second function. Understood? The output of one function or the first function's output is given as input to the second function. So in this way, you can combine both the functions, and that is nothing but composition of function we call. So suppose let A and B are two sets and F and G are two functions. Okay, A and B are two sets. Similarly, we have X and Y are two sets. Then there is a function which exists from A to B, and G is a function which exists from X to Y. Got it? So F and G are what? They are two functions. Okay. So output of F is given as input to G. Is that clear? So F is a function which shows the two sets A relation from A to B, and G is a function which shows the relation from X to Y. Got it? So how you are going to combine these two functions? Symbolically, how you are going to write it? Symbolically, how to represent composition of function? This is see how you are going to write X composition G. This is the composition sign, small 0 or small o you can say. So F composition G. So this I am telling that. So F is called as the left composition. Okay, F is called as left composition. So if I am writing G composition F, then G is the left composition of G composition F. So F composition G, G composition F. So I am combining these two functions. Okay, then how this particular composition is formula is C. Composition of this of some X. Okay, of some element X. What element X? Which is present in this two sets. Got it? So this is that element X which is present in these two sets. So how you are going to write it? C. F of G of X, and this is G of F of X. This is how we are going to get the composition. So as I told you, the output of one function is given as input to the next function. Means what? So from here, first you are going to find out G of X. First, when you find out G of X, whatever output you will get of G of X, you are giving it to this F of X. Got it? Means first G of X you will find, and then you will find F of X. Is that clear? So in the example, we will see the same thing. We are going to use this rule and we are going to find out the composition of the given function. So is this clear, all of you? What is composition of function? Okay. So we will see an example. Suppose an example is given here, like now we have to find F2 composition F1. Okay, two functions are given. So here two functions are given, F1 and F2. So F1's relation is given here, F2 relation is given here. Okay, then you have to find out F2 composition F1. So how you will find out F2 composition F1? So you should write F2 composition F1 of X. You have to put that is equal to, write down F2 here. Then in bracket you write down F1 of X. Similarly, as I shown you just now. So here was F composition G. Okay, if you look in the previous what I've written F composition G. So I've written here F and G was inside. Similarly, the same thing is here. F2 composition F1 is nothing but F2 will be written here and inside the bracket F1 you have to write. Perfect. Now what is F? Now first to find out this. So F2 will be written as it is. First to find out the output of F1 of X. What is F1 of X? So F1 of X is nothing but this is the X element, this is the Y element. Understood? Right? Because see, X is containing 1, 2, 3 and Y is containing Rn. Okay? Rx. And there is a Z element that is containing M1. So these are the sets. X, Y, Z is given. So from that we have taken. So you can say that we are taking F1 of X. So F1 function is here. So this first one is the X element and second one will be the Y element. So this is one you have to consider. That is why what I will write here, F2 of 1 of 1. F2 composition F1 of 1. So in place of X I have put 1 here. So that is why what I can write here. So you can just put 1 and find out. So like this you have to solve. So in place of X I have put 1. Now F1 of 1. So F1 of 1. So 1 comma what is given here? R. So just write down R here. So it is F1 of 1 is 1 comma what is here? R. So R. Then F2 of R. F2 is here. F2 of R. So R comma what is here? N. So write down N. So you got the output as, what you got here output of this is 1 comma N. Understood? So this is not the answer. Because X is anything, na? You have only tried with 1. There is 2, there is 3 also. So that is why you have to go for F2 composition F1 with 2. Now I will write F2 F1 with 2. That clear? I think you're not able to see down. So I'm writing here. See, F2 composition F1 of 2. Because now 1 you have solved. Now you have to solve for 2 also and 3 also. So I will write here F2 of F1 of 2. So F2 of. So what is F1 of 2? So just here F1 of 2 is R. So again F2 of R. So what is F2 of R? F2 of R is N. Then next one F2 composition F1 of 3. F2 with F1 of 3. So F2 of F1 of 3. What is F1 of 3? Is S. F2 of S. F2 of S is N. So now we finished. Means now what is the answer you have to write actually? So what is the question asked? You have to find F1. Question asked is like this. Find F2 composition F1. This is the question asked. Got it? Find composition F2 composition F1. So what is the answer of that? F2 composition F1 is equal to, in bracket you have to write. What is the first here? 1 and here n is there. So write 1 comma n. Then second 2n. So 2 comma n. Then 3n. So 3 comma n. So this is the answer you have to write. Got it? So composition F2 composition F1 is this output. Is that clear all of you? This is how you have to solve the composition function. The output of one function is provided as input to the second function. Okay, it is provided and we are getting the answer in such a way. Is that clear? Fine. One more example we will see of functions. See, the example is given like this. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Then there is a function F1 which is given as 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 1. See here, let A be 1 to 3 means set A is there and its elements are 1 to 3 and the relation of A is given here. Function F is telling it is 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 1. So here is F2 relation, here is F3's relation and here is F4 relation. Okay, and what we have to find? So here we have to find this number of compositions. F1 composition F2, F2 composition with F1, F1 composition F3, composition F2. Now this is triple composition is there. F4 composition with F4 and F1 composition with F4. Okay. So now see, I will solve first this one for you. F1 composition F2. Okay. So see now. F1 composition F2 of X you have to write. Okay. F1 composition F2 of X is equal to F1 of F2 of X. So F1 of, what is F2 of? Sorry. So you can write here F1, F2 of first. Okay. So it is F1 and F2 you are showing. Na? So first F1. So here what is X? Is 1. So put F2 of 1. Right. So what is F2 of 1? Where is F2? So see here F2 is here. F2 of 1 is what? F2 of 1 is 2. So what is F1 of 2? F1 of 2. F1 of 2 is what? 3. Got it? The next similarly you have to solve F1, F2 for 2. Got it? Because there 1, 2, 3 elements are there. So second element I'm taking. So F1 composition F2 of 2. So F1 with F2 of 2. So what is F2 of 2 is 1. So F1 of 1 is what? F1 of 1 is 2. Are you getting all of you? Now similarly, F1 composition F2 of 3. F1 composition F2 of 3. F1 with, what is F2 of 3 now? F2 of 3 is 3 here. What is F1 of 3? F1 of 3 is 1. So we got 1. Is that clear? So what is the answer for this question now? F1 composition F2. So write down like this. F1 composition F2 of X is equal to, in bracket, you can write. First it is 1 comma 3. See 1, you got the output as 3. So 1 comma 3. Then second 2 comma 2. Then third is 3 comma 1. Got it? So this is the output for F1 composition F2. Is that clear all of you? Okay, F1 composition. So 3 steps you have to find out. You are getting the answer here. Similarly, in the same manner, you will find out for F2 composition F1 that I am leaving for you. It is the same way F2 composition F1 you have to find out. What I am going to show you is this one. This is triple composition that I will show you. F1 composition F3 with F2 again. So how we are going to solve this? So see, this actually what it is, F1 composition F3 composition with F4 of X means how I am going to write this now? I have to write this in this similar way. So what I will do? To see here first F1 composition with other function. So I am writing here the first function is written outside. So here is the first function F1. So in bracket what I am going to put? I am going to put this F3 composition F4 of X like this. That's it. F1 composition with F3 composition F4 of X. Means what? You have to first find out F3 composition F4. First to find out this. Then you will find out this one. So that is why first I will find out what is F3 composition F4 of X. Got it? So that is F3 composition with F4 of X. So F3 composition F4 of 1 is F3 of F4 of 1. So what is F4 of 1? F4 of 1 is 1. So what is F3 of 1? F3 of 1 is 1. So what you got here? You got 1 as the answer. Right? Sorry. So here F4 is not there, F2 is there, right? I've written 2 here. So it should be F4, 2. Okay, F3 composition with F2. So it is F2. So F2 of X. So what is F2 of X? F2 of X. F2 of 1. What is F2 of 1? It is 2. So write 2 here. Okay. Then what is F3 of 2? F3. So here F3 of 2 is 2 only. So that is why I am writing 2 here. So after we are writing 2, this is what the answer you got. That is the answer of F3 composition F2. Understood? So that is 2 here. Now this 2 I am going to put here. F1 composition F3 composition F2. Okay. With 1, that is F1 composition F3 composition F2 of 1. So what is F3 composition F2 of 1? So output of this is what? 2. So write down 2 here. So what is the output of F1 of 2 then? F1 of F1 is here, F1 of 2 is 3. So write 3. Is that clear? So this is how you have to solve. So now you got the answer. So for this, the output is 1. So likewise, you have to now solve for 1, 2, 3 also in place of this 1. Means what? Here, whatever I first solved for F3 composition F2 of 1, you have to F composition F2 for 2, F3 2 for 3. So find out all those values and put here, and then you will get all the 3 values for this. as I have shown you. Three values we got. So three pairs you should get as the answer. Is that clear? I hope you have understood this. Try to solve it. Okay. Find out F1, F4 with F4 composition, F1 with F4 composition. Okay. So I leave this as a homework for you. So you just find out all other function compositions as per we have solved just now. Is that clear? Okay. Thank you. That's all for today.